The 70s are about to go away as our next cold front moves in tonight. Got a chance for a few storms, followed by the chance for a few snow showers. I'm 5 News Chief Meteorologist Matt Standridge. What are the storm and snow chances across the state of Arkansas? We're going to get there. Let's talk about where the cold front is and where it's going to be the next couple of hours and where the placement of that cold front makes a difference on who gets what later tonight and into your Thursday morning. Right now, that front is in western Oklahoma, West Texas, too. They got that cooler air wrapping in from the west as well. The colder air eventually is going to take place of the 60s and 70s that we've been dealing with the past several days. In fact, earlier today in parts of southern Arkansas to Louisiana and parts of Texas, we had 80s. It's been really warm. We're going to cut temperatures by about 20 to 30 degrees the next couple of days. Here's the front. There's the snow off towards the northwest. Lots of snow bands continue to wrap around the low pressure. They're really liking to stay close to the center of lowest pressure with this storm. And so what's going to happen is this low pressure moves east. It's going to drag those snow bands also east overnight tonight. And then some of them may try to clip parts of northeast Oklahoma and northwest Arkansas tomorrow morning. We're in the warm sector of the storm, though, right now. That's why we're so warm today. But as this front gets closer, it's going to help spark maybe an isolated storm or two. That firing zone is going to be very close to where the cloud's edge will be later this evening. So right now, that edge, you see that difference between the gray and then you go back to some clear sky. That's near Oklahoma City. That edge, once it crosses the state line, that's where we're probably going to be watching a couple little storms firing up. We're not expecting severe weather at this time for western Arkansas. Maybe a higher chance for a stray severe thunderstorm warning in eastern Arkansas later tonight. But we're probably going to watch a flare up right between about 8 o'clock to about 11 o'clock this evening. Until then, the clouds just continue to increase, and we keep our eyes off towards the west with that snow wrapping around the low pressure. Right now, mainly staying in Colorado and West Kansas, but some of those bands will be able to march their way eastbound. They're going to be weakening as they do so, and we could just get hit with a quick dash of some wintry mix, some rain mixing in with snow by tomorrow morning. Right now, we've got, of course, the clouds, and then later tonight and into tomorrow morning when we've got that snow chance. Now, this is an overall look at the state of Arkansas. If you don't have blue over your county, that's probably not going to happen with this round. A very small band of that snow will move in from the north and west. You see that light blue color indicating all of northwest Arkansas and to many of the mountains too for that low snow chance. But higher up, you go a little bit farther north, right along I-49 US 71. Once you cross Highway 412, we have a little bit higher of a chance of some of that snow as that cold air will be moving in. Basically, the cold air is the big driver of who's going to get snow and who's going to stick with the rain, because tomorrow morning, right around 4 or 5 o'clock before the snow moves in, we'll be sitting in the upper 30s. We need to get a little bit colder than that, and we'll probably do that closer to 6 or 7. The best chance will be across Benton County and Carroll County. That's why you see the higher blue chance, that higher snow chance, the deeper blue color, I should say, for any kind of wintry weather. And then we may actually have some light snow accumulations farther off towards the north. This snow band chance just basically says, hey, you may see snow in the morning as we go from those rain showers transitioning over to snow showers. From the mountains and south, it's probably not going to be very much. In fact, we may get a couple light raindrops in parts of the river valley, but I just don't think we're going to be cold enough for that snow. Here's a look at Futurecast. Overnight tonight, we get that chance for a stray pop-up storm. Not everyone's going to get one. You know, if you do get one, expect some heavy rain, some thunder and lightning, and there could be some small hail. There's some colder air wrapping in with this storm, and so that colder air up in the higher levels of the atmosphere, that cold air can help us produce hailstones a little bit more easily. So that's something to watch for. But a couple cells here and there, we'll track them this evening. Then they move eastbound. They may get a little bit stronger as they press east closer to the Mississippi River. That cold front doesn't swing across the state line until close to midnight or so, and then temperatures will drop all throughout the rest of the morning. But notice right before that band comes in, this is 6 o'clock, Arkansas is still pretty much snow-free. We have that snow in parts of Oklahoma, Kansas, and Missouri. But by 6, we'll still be next to 40 degrees. But quickly throughout the rest of the morning, that temperature will drop. And even when you get to the mid-30s, you've got a chance for some snow because it's going to be colder upstairs. Even if it's right above freezing where you live, the snowflake doesn't have quite enough time to melt completely yet. And so that's why you see temperatures above freezing, just barely, but still be getting some of that snow. So that transition from rain to snow probably takes place close to 7 o'clock or so, give or take 30 minutes. That is the morning rush hour, though. There could be some slick spots as a quick burst of snow moves in. Most of the roads are probably going to just be wet as it's been so warm recently. The roads are warm as well, warm-ish, you know, we're still in the heart of winter, but we've had that warm stress here recently. But a couple snowflakes falling in, quick burst in the morning. Notice that rain snowfall cutoff is right in the heart of the mountains. You go south of about Winslow and Chester, I think it's just rain for us, maybe a couple of raindrops coming into Fort Smith and Buren early tomorrow morning while the snow remains towards the north. There may be some grassy portions that get grassy patches that get a little bit of snow in the morning and try to accumulate too. By about the afternoon time, the snow completely goes away. That little band completely just turns over to rain as we warm up throughout the day. So the best chance for snow will be in the northwestern corner of the state. Here's a closer look at northwest Arkansas. We've got those chances for a straight pop-up storm this evening. And then tomorrow morning, that's when the snow chances come in. We're going to watch this batch of wintry mix move in from the north and west, temperatures cooling off, allowing us to make that transition over to snow. But some of us may only get some of that brief snow for about an hour or so. That's it. So don't expect a winter storm out of this. This is just a quick glancing of snow, maybe a little bit on your mailbox or your grass, but the roads should mainly be okay. Watch out for slick spots. That's the biggest thing. I think this video shows what we were probably going to get tomorrow morning. We took this along I-49 a few months ago where the snow's falling and it just melts as soon as it hits that pavement. That's probably going to be the case tomorrow morning. However, bridges and overpasses can get colder more quickly, and so we'll have the better chance to get a couple slick spots. Just be on lookout tomorrow morning on that commute. Watch out for the bridges. Once you're off the bridge, I think you're going to be okay though. Up to dusting though on some grassy spots as you're headed out the door tomorrow. The snow will end by about 10. And then the clouds eventually will break apart. We'll get some sun. So even if your backyard got a little bit of a dusting, it'll probably melt pretty quickly once the sun comes out. I think the sun should come out before sunset. Same story in the River Valley. The sun will come out throughout the rest of the afternoon. In the morning, we're pretty cloudy. There could be a raindrop for a few of us in the River Valley, but the better chances for some precipitation will be farther north. That little band tries to hug where the low pressure is, and that low pressure is going to stay towards the north. So the farther north you live, just the better chance of precipitation that you're going to get. Farther south, it's probably dry, but eventually we'll change over to some sunshine. Here's a look at what you can expect as you're headed out the door. Road is mainly clear, just wet, but you're going to see the snowflakes falling around. Watch out for those bridges and overpasses. We've got no more snow chances here in the next 7 days, though, across northwest Arkansas. This is our only shot for a while as temperatures do warm back up this weekend. Martin Luther King Day looks to be the warmest day in the next 7 days. We've got mid-60s coming back from northwest Arkansas. And for MLK Day in the River Valley, we'll be flirting with almost 70 degrees.